Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. The give out of the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give from the gun. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Quick strike complete. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Oh, it's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. At that time, he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Going to run it. It's Allen. Fights off a defender. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Trying to get to him. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion.
Going up top. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Going for the big play. He makes a grab, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Looking to throw, it's McCord. Got his man on the right. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
First down to start the drive after the break. Now they'll try the right side. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Got it in the middle. It's Allen.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat.
And it's picked off at the goal line. Looking for more room. The 50, the 40, the 30, inside the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fielded in the end zone, it's Pena. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a one-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Looking to throw, it's McCord. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Caught behind the line. It's Willis. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him.
And the pass hits, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He's moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Ducks!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after him. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They finally make the stop, but that's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
The number one goal as a defense is to try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. On the ground, it's Allen. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Ducks are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
35, Syracuse, 0.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board. It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. Offense set on first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did...
Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorn!
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Moss. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to pass, it's Reed. Getting some heat. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Smokey the Cannon was firing the last time these two teams met as Texas pulled out a close one.
You know, when winning teams win a rivalry game like this, they get the bragging rights. That just seems like it's magnified in this state, though. That was a huge win for Texas a year ago.
Wait a minute, you mean everything's bigger in Texas? We've never heard that before. Obviously, when you beat the Aggies in a rivalry game, the bragging rights run deep for a whole year. Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Right back to the well. And that ball is live in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if I'm the running back, I'm like, listen, hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They're going to do a better job.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires left. He's got it.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Leaves it with the running back. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block.
Texas A&M 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Touchdown, Aggie. He would not be denied.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6.
Texas A&M
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
number 91 set to kick off.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating.
He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking deep. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If we can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of score.
And he added the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for offense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Second down coming up. To throw, it's Reed. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. And now this defense is set up fourth.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. That's caught. It's Thomas. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Another incompletion on third down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Forced out of the pocket. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Here comes the Texas offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well.
And they got him for the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, You worked on it all week. Get your feet set at the sticks. Understand that.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Quarterback will audible. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watson. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Moss. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Texas A&M.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Starting to feel a little pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bolden. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Got a man. It's Barber. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it.
Looking to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Great job on defense. They did their film study. On third down, they're trying to dial up the screen, see if they can get these pass rushers way up the field, but no can do. They get a tackle for loss on the play.
He's got it down the left. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. He wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns!
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
They'll run play action. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, but will it stand? There is a flag down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for the 2-point try. To the air, it's Ewers. Unloads to the wideout. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick.
Texas A&M, 7.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He's going to take off. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The play action fake. Finds his man. It's Moss. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas 19, Texas A&M 7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. The Aggies moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Reed. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a big loss on the play.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Gets it out fast. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Fourth and goal now in the fourth quarter, down a couple of scores. This ball needs to go to your best player on offense. Who's your best playmaker, be it a receiver, tight end, running back, that can win in space and get you this touchdown?
From the gun, looking for a man. Pocket starts to collapse. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got it first and 10 from the 25. He wants to throw. He wants to take the top off. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And here comes the offense on second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Brought down at the 25-yard line. Third down coming.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll take a shot. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Lets it go to the end zone. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he made the extra point without problem. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's caught. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They go to the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. A 1st down run in the red zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice, because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stinks. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival, it's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week. Let's start focusing. This one's over, but I'm going to get you next year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. Today we have two of college football's most powerful teams as we are set for a top 5 showdown. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Looking for room. It's Etienne. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
To the air. It's back. And that ball is picked off. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to run for it. Tackle is made after the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Fast motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's back. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that they're looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those feet.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
A first down for the offense. They'll leave it with him. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Georgia, 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Running back searching for a hole. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Looking for room. It's Judkins. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Howard. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll line this one up from 53 yards out and try to bang it through. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Ohio State, 7.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
bunch formation for these receivers. He's back to throw on second down. Makes the catch. It's Bell. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fires to the big fella. Tackled, but he has a first down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job.
He's going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! A great catch and run for 6.
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading. And he drops back, and you could tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post, pushes the ball down the field for the big play, got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Scanning the field, it's Howard. Quickly out to the tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, they picked up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Caught over the middle. It's Dell. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose. And third down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass.
Well, third and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up fourth.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Got it in the middle. It's Ibuka. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now after the short completion, it's second down. Handoff from the gun. Bulldozes his way through. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quick completion on the out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working, so this defense, they're going to have to find something.
A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner, or Champ Bailey, or Keely Ringo, and making plays.
Just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that as well as anybody, you pressure the quarterback, force that ball out in the secondary, playing great coverage, making big-time plays in the back end.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Second and goal for this offense. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. Touchdown Bulldogs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Well, 2nd and goal that time, and instead of turning around and giving it to Mr. Dependable, you just let your quarterback do it himself. Up front, everybody's got to get low. It's no man wins. They're able to get a surge, and the quarterback plows in for the touchdown.
Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Ibuka. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Now on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking downfield, it's Howard. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. On the run, still looking. The throw. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Looking to throw on third. On target to the left. And they'll move the chains with the first down. But that might be it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Georgia 13, Ohio State 7.
The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run the sneak for it.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the first down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Etienne. And they'll knock him down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback, using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Yeah, and they got stuffed on 1st and goal, and they said, let's go to Old Faithful. Like, let's get the quarterback under center, run quarterback sneak, make this defense stop me. It's such a hard play to stop, and the offense gets the touchdown.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Back to throw, it's back. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
19, Ohio State 7.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Scrambling away. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back gets to give. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short. He lobs one high down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They're sending out the regular kickoff unit, and even with 2 timeouts left, I think they're going to sit there on defense and watch the clock hit 0 if they do this. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. 1-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Beck. He tries to take the top off. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play in the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 2 here in the 4th. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Coming out with it, it's Etienne. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To the air on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. They're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.